Hello and welcome to Resitron Idiotics. My name is Jeremy. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what I do not like about Star Wars Episode 2. And believe me, there's quite a bit of stuff I don't like about it. First off, the description of what's going on in the opening crawl. Oh my god, it's boring. If you were a kid and you watch it, that's one thing, but as an adult and you were to try to watch it, you'd probably fall asleep. The next part is, all I'm going to say is any and all attempts at romance in this movie sucked. And I mean royally sucked. Oh, then the scene, the next thing the chasing the assassin scene just, no, I didn't like it. For one, basically because, Anakin, first off, Anakin, kept chasing him. But second, Anakin nearly killed both himself and his master Obi-Wan Kenobi twice, multiple times during the whole chase, which is stupid. Third, he then went completely the wrong direction. And fourth, he nearly killed himself while trying to jump onto the perpetrator's speeder himself, and nearly got himself killed in the process. I'm sorry, I just don't like that scene at all. Then there's the Jedi Council ignoring Obi-Wan Kenobi's warning about, basically stating that that Anakin has an attachment to more of a romantic attachment to Padme, and that putting Anakin and Padme together, it may not be such a good idea. The Jedi Council just ignores it. And there's the Jedi not knowing of the clone army. I'm like, seriously, what? They've been talking about something like this, about something similar to this in the Senate for who knows how long. How could they not know about the possibility of there being a clone army already being created already? It makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, another thing I guarantee you that you, as well as me, are not going to like about Star Wars Episode 2, Jar Jar Binks. Although it is toned back, still, Jar Jar Binks. He's basically the one responsible for the Clone Wars and therefore responsible for the creation of the Galactic Empire. So, screw you, Jar Jar Binks. And then there's the Jedi just blindly accepting command of the clone army. It's like, why do this? And it's clearly that they did it blindly, without even asking any questions. Who actually ordered the creation of the clone army, and what is the actual function of the clone army, and all that good stuff. So that part that is exactly civil with me. Then the next part is Obi-Wan Kenobi spying on the Separatist Council meeting without getting caught, might I add. I don't know how that worked. I'm curious to find out how, he didn't get caught earlier, get caught before he started spying on the council, seeing as how he's a Jedi, and he kind of stands out on the planet of Geonosis, And there's the Jedi leading the clones in an open charge against battle droids who are also in an open charge. This clearly shows that the Jedi aren't really the best people you want to have as commanders of your army if they are just going to lead them in a suicide charge against an enemy that's you know, is practically assembled to be disposable. So, yeah, that doesn't make sense either, and I don't like it either. Another thing I don't like is, well, how in the hell did Dooku somehow get past all the security that Coruscant would have in order to be able to get on to Coruscant, in order to be able to meet with his master Darth Sidious? And also, how did the Chancellor sneak out of his office and also his living quarters, sneak away, out of the limelight and into the shadows to put on his role as Darth Sidious in order to be able to meet with his apprentice, who is Count Dooku? It just doesn't, really make sense how that's even possible, because Chancellor Palpatine is the most famous person in the galaxy right now. And and Count Dooku is also a very infamous person in the galaxy at this time too, because they're both practically de facto enemies, or sorry, no, de jure enemies in this. They may not be de facto, but they're de jure enemies in the Clone Wars. So the fact that they were able to get to this meeting, you know, doesn't really make that much sense. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe, and stay safe, people.